Oh, hi, there you all are. Right, this is it, this is the day. We're going to crack on with the injector seals. It's not raining yet, so we're going to get stuck in. Got the seals. Like you do. So there we go, got them. Got a new gasket as well for the top cover. Right, let's get stuck in. Right, we're going to start there should be 4 screws in these, but I'm down to 2. Oh, 13. Lucky for me. This top cover I only put on in winter. It's part of the winterisation, but I forgot to mention it. Right. There should be 3 of those bolts too. I'm down to 2. That's that. You've got to rotate the crankshaft, so I'm going to pop the fan off. And there's the fan. And the shroud. There they are. Big furry pliers. There. To release the diesel pressure from the oil cooler. Now, remembering this is the 10p engine, it's slightly different to the 15p, and to be honest I don't think there's going to be any pressure in the system after all this time. It's been stood for months, but just in case, and you push that little tab in there and you pull the pipe off. Now I can't do that with the camera in my hand, so I'm going to have to put you down for a minute. Like so. That worked quite well. Right. Just as I thought, no pressure in there. Yeah, no pressure then. Right. Next job. This top cover. Bolts, bolts, bolts. I believe they're 8mm. Right, let's crack on with that. These two at the back are obviously the most fun. Right, I think they're all the same length, so I don't think it matters which way, which sequence they go back in, or which position they go back in, I should say. I can't honestly say I've been looking forward to this job. Not done one before, so I was a bit nervous. 8mm bolts, all the same length, they're okay. So far, right. Beware the washers in the top. Right. Let's come straight up, so they're okay with that. Lift up. You have to take these out anyway because I'm going to change the gasket. I'll pop these over here. Right, with the 10p to 14p engines, I'm going to put some sealant around this bit. At the back there. 15p and upwards, I think they're okay. But with the 10p's to 14, you've got to put some gunk on. I've got a new gasket anyway for that. That down there. Right, pop the injector out now. With a squeaky voice. Clip to the bottom, pull up. Clip to the bottom. 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 And that comes away. Next job, apart from new throat, is the injector camshaft, which is that bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. Right, when you're replacing this whole thing, you're supposed to put new bolts in. You're also supposed to put new adjusters and lock nuts in. I haven't got any, so if it goes wrong after this, it's my fault. You're also supposed to change these bolts, I believe, as well, the clamp bolts. That little tinker down there. Right, also the injectors. You've got to go back in the place they came out of, because they're coded to the ECU. If you put them back in the wrong order, it's all going to go wrong. I was wondering if you could see any diesel. You can tell which one's leaking. With the early engines like this one, if this injector seal job doesn't do the job, it doesn't stop the oil level rising, then either the head's cracked or I've made a pig's ear of it. Also, what I'm looking for, this doesn't look too good to me. Oh crap, look, see that? That's bad. That's really bad, that means damage has already been done. Oh crap. Right, well, I'm going to bits. Doesn't feel too bad. Well, that one clearly is no good. The damage, my friends, has been done. It's not what I wanted to see. Oh well, sorry. Crack on. Well, I suppose it could be worse. It could be raining. Alright then, so next job now, yeah. First thing, next job, crack these off and back the adjustment screws all the way off on all of them. So we'll do that. Alright, 13mm. Okay, that's it. It can't come all the way out because there's a ball underneath. Right, so they're all backed off. Bad news, gentlemen. Tea's gone cold. Right, you've got to back these off in sequence. Starting from the middle. Okay. This is what happens with cheap crap. These bolts are 10mm. One, two, three, four, five, that should pop straight out. Like that. Just cleaning a bit of the gasket stuff off the back of the top of the head. Slotting all the clamp bolts off, but I'm going to take the injectors out one at a time so there's no danger of getting mixed up. And we'll start with this one. Right, these should be renewed when you put the lot back. Well, I'm afraid this is all I've got, so it's going back in. And this is what we're looking at. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Right. At this point, big shout out to Sam Croft. Sir, you are a star. You'll do for me. Right. To be honest, I was going to get the proper tackle. Just because I could. But I didn't have to. Thank you, Sam. Right. I can see the injector lobe is going to be in the way, so I'm going to have to turn the engine. Now theoretically, you should just go like that and they pop out. There we go. And there is an injector. Whoa. Okay, dripping everywhere. Never taken an injector out before. Never know. Right, that's the seal. This is the red one, mine are green. Hope the colour doesn't matter. And there's the washer. That's going to come off. It's going to need a bit of persuasion by the look of it. Now the annoying thing about this job is it was only in March, it's December now, that the head gasket was done. And I assumed they'd put new seals on. Well, on the invoice there's no sign of any seal kits, so it would appear not. Or the flats rather, but the tool fits round. That's why it's important to have the right. That's why it's important to have the right tools. There are other ways of getting them out, but that was really easy. Right stuff, you see. And hopefully this will never have to happen again in my lifetime, so we'll see, won't we? A bit of crud on there, so I'll have to clean that up. I'll put that seal off. Oh, that's nice and clean. too bad in there, just a bit of a wipe out. You've got to get that diesel out. I don't know how much has gone into the engine. You're supposed to rotate the engine, get the piston to the top and syringe out any excess diesel. That'd be a good idea. Quite a complicated casting, isn't it, this head? Probably why they break so much. Well, the good news is, if you have a model 2002 to 2004 with the 15p upwards engine, it's a lot better. Because they fixed it. More or less. You're supposed to do the syringing after you've got all the injectors out. It's easier to turn over then. I'm not going to do that, so... I'm using very fine wet and dry. It's probably a really bad idea. But it's bringing that rubbish off really well. Oh, I've got some fresh tea. Ah. Oh, nearly. Gotta be careful not to scratch anything. Ah, there we go, look. That was a bit of a tussle. Got there in the end. Right. Pop that off. Oops. Not good. Right, all one off. Give that channel a clean out. We don't want to give it any excuse at all to leak again. Right, old, new. I hope the colour's not relevant. Old, new. Right, the thing is with these, it's vital that when it's shoved on, it doesn't twist. If it twists, it'll leak. That's why there's a special tool to do this with. Of course I haven't got one. This is probably really bad as well, but I'm going to go for it. Well, that's rolling, is it? That's not good. Huh. Well, I thought that went quite well. So look. Well, that's good, that's not twisted. Right, that just means you can put one of them on, like so. Okay, that's quite tight. I don't think there's a right and a wrong way to put the washers on. Right, this is probably really a bad idea as well. But it's too late now because I've done it. Right, seal on, copper washer on, put it back in. Get some more oil around there. So that should slip straight in. Yeah, he's there, look. There you are. That's a little thing. You've got to make sure the clamp sits on top of it. Put that back on. sure that goes on top of the peg. These should be renewed. He said putting the old one back in. Mill socket. Ah, now it's gone down, look. That's it. Right, these bolts need torquing up to 24 pounds, I think. It's about 33 newtons, whatever they are. Okay, where to go? Coil's foot. Just going to check, make sure that first one sat where it should be. Oh yeah, that's looking good. So there. So that's quite cruddy as well. Mind you, the amount of oil it's been burning, I'm not surprised. That's quite lucky. Needs to be some little black specks in the bottom. That's better. I don't know if this is normal or not. I suppose it has to be tight. That's come off now, was that one? Another drop of oil. Probably not a good idea at all, but can't see any other way of getting it on. Well, time will tell. Right, so that's that. New seal there, new washer there. Pop it back in. Just making sure that that clamp is on its peg, that it should be. There's the bolt. Now it's gone down. Must be me that can't push hard enough. Because the other thing about working towards the back It gets further away. Got to stand on a blooming box. 24. It's starting to get dark. I do hope there's not a lot of diesel in there. It's now in the vacuum. It is an old vacuum, it's not the wife's best. I don't think that would be a good idea at all. Trying not to twist. Yeah, probably not the best of ideas at all, really. Clamping. Make sure the clamp's seated properly. There we go, now it's going down. Yeah, sorry about that, the battery died. I've been here quite a long while. Oh. There you go. Right, we're just on with number 4. To be honest, I don't recommend this. This is quite violent. Right, that's that one off. For some obscure reason the camera keeps turning itself off. Make sure it's not twisted. It's getting windy. Hot. There it goes. Right. Well, I've had to turn the engine every time, so no point in breaking with tradition now. Okay. Don't stand, that's what happens when you stand on flower pots. That didn't want to come out, did it? Really, number 5 is really hacky. Yeah, he's there, look. There, yeah. That's a little thing. You've got to make sure the clamp sits on top of it. And you put the bolt in. Right, now it's gone down. Right, that's the injector's done. Now we can put the cam shaft back. Injector cam shaft. Right, finger tight. Now I'm doing each bolt half a turn at a time. Oof, don't know how to get your legs up this job. Right, 24 again. one first. Right, here we go. Okay. Right, so far we've got the injectors in, we've got the seals on, we've got the clamps on, we've tightened them up, we've got the injector. Ah, bollocks. That's not good. Didn't notice that. I should have checked. Look what I missed. Let's go and do them again. Ah, got it. Right. Here we go again. Second time look here. Like that. And then we screw that screw back in. All the way to the bottom. Oh, what joy. Right, it's down the bottom, and you back it off one turn. That's half. That's one. And we tighten that nut up. Without it moving. Okay, when you do the same, now the camera is just at the top. You can tell it's at the top because the rocker stops moving when you're turning it round. So now we can screw that nut in and do the same with all the rest. Down the bottom, back off, one full turn. There we go. Oh yeah, you're supposed to renew these as well. The screws and the nuts. And tight. And back off. The nuts come off. Well, I figure if it's everything else, might as well hit that. Well, there, I'll put that back on. And don't forget. Okay, so those are on. That's on. There's only the top cover left. Pot of cheese just arrived, just in time and all. Right, new gasket. Pop them back in. There's always a danger they'll fall out anyway. Because it's a 10p engine, let's put some gunk. Oh yeah. It's primarily on the D part there. I'm going to do the whole area. I want to make sure none of it goes inside. You don't want it sloshing about in the galleries. You've got to make sure that that bit seats properly. Yeah, that was fun. A little deep out of the rubber caught on the rocker as it went in. Fortunately, managed to make it pop back out. Right, just have to pop these bolts back. Got to be careful that you don't cross thread these. It's only aluminium. Thing is, they go quite tight quite soon, which is odd. Don't forget to put the fuel cooler pipe back on. That's it. Goes on with an audible click. We didn't do the other one. If it has been running just before you start this job, it's best to let the pressure off. This car's been stood for a couple of months, so I have no doubt that pressure's already eased off. Yeah, that's the point. You should wind the engine round a couple of times on the crankshaft. Make sure you're not bottomed out. I'm pretty sure we're okay. These bolts should be torqued up to, I think it's £7. Well, my torque wrench doesn't go down that far, so I'm going to have to wing it. Morning all, welcome back. Battery died last night, both of them. That little job took 4.5 hours, real time. Hideous. Not entirely happy with it either. I was hoping to find some kind of damaged seal or something else that might explain the amount of diesel going into the oil. Didn't really, it looks okay. So if the problem persists after this, then it's a cracked head. Bloody marvellous. Anyway, we'll just have to see, won't we? Right, you didn't miss much. It's all back. I haven't put the covers on yet because I need to check if there's any oil leaks. So, next thing is the purge. No, not the film. The getting the air out of the system. And to do that, we turn the ignition on, wait for 30 seconds, turn it off, wait, turn it back on, give it another 30 seconds. This will knock hell out of the battery. Right, this is the 6th time. Ah, pump stopped. Interesting. And then, off again. Accelerator to the floor. And crank. Oh crap. Oh bollocks. Okay. You know when I said I might need a new battery? Awful being right all the time, isn't it? Right, I'll put that on charge and we'll come back to this. Okay, it's a little bit later. Let's try again. I'm not going to do the purge, I'm just going to go straight for the start. up down. Glow plugs. Thank you for that. Right, that's good. Thing is now, I've got to change the oil yet, so I'm going to turn it around, change the oil. Put the covers back on, and we'll see. Thanks for joining me, thanks for watching. Big shout out to Sam, the star. Let's hope we don't have to use that tool again. Okay, anyway, right, turn it around, oil change, and we've seen that before. So, we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you in touch. See you in a bit. Oh, yeah, before you go, I'm no closer to finding out where the water's coming in. I thought I'd put some paper in there to find out if it's coming down or across or up or whatever. I think that's just come from the wet carpet. So I'm afraid that's still ongoing. Anyway, that's where we stand. In a mess as usual. Right, that's where we are. Well, at least I can use the damn thing now. Just going to change the oil yet. Right, so, okay, take care everybody. See you in a bit.